Hello guys, SFP here again for the second episode of this FIFA career mode for DC United. Now in my previous video I did the preseason games and so far I am 0-1 or 0-2 and 1 I should say. 0 wins, 2 ties and a loss. Now here before the match begins I will be going through the player evaluations and stats and see if anything has improved. Now typically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this at the beginning of every month, as it's a nice way to, assess the players and see if there's been any improvements. Oh, and Eddie Johnson's losing some speed there, and so is Fabio Spindola. This is to be expected of the elder players, which is kind of a bummer because typically with older players, there's really no sense in playing them because they're just going to diminish a lot. And there is another example here with Chris Rolfe. But then again, there's these younger players here like Jalen Robinson who typically will not get many games but will still have a boost. So I guess it's a give and take here. So enough with that, and like I said, it will be at the beginning of every month, so the next one will be at the beginning of, I believe, let's see here, of April. So anyways, here's the first match with the Columbus Crew. Now the Columbus Crew have actually had a nice facelift here. They have a new logo, which is kind of reminiscent of the Borussia Dortmund logo, which actually I kind of like. I like the structure. I like the new way and direction that the front office is taking this team, and hopefully it'll replenish the team and bring in new fans that appreciate this team as the fans currently with the Columbus Crew already do. But again, more fans, the more fans, the better, and hopefully this will improve the team's mentality and propel them to win another trophy. Kind of like how Sporting KC went through a whole reshift and rebranding. So hopefully that'll do wonders for this team as well. Now here's my starting 11, which is going to be the more commonly used setup that I will be using for this gameplay, with Bobby Boswell as my captain, as it should be. Now here we got the Columbus Crew, which has a pretty solid team here. Parkhurst is a solid defender. And then you have a creative player in Federico Higuain, who is the older brother of Gonzalo Higuain, who currently plays for, if I'm not mistaken, Napoli. And here's Perry Kitchen, the player who will not sign that contract. He's actually one of my three that I want to keep in retirement, but depending on how the situation goes, that might not happen. Now here we go with Johnson. Johnson has a shot, and it's far wide. It's been like this for a while now, so hopefully I can get something in frame. And now the Columbus Crew goalkeeper, Clark, will put the ball back in play with a short pass. Now here we go back with my next counterattack as Fabian Spinola passes to Chris Pontius. Chris Pontius has space, he shoots, nice save by the goalkeeper Clark, and unfortunately DeSane cannot get the rebound. Now here we go again with the second counterattack. Nice pass to Eddie Johnson. Eddie Johnson heads the ball to Chris Pontius. Chris Pontius centers the ball to Luis Silva, and that was just a weak header on his part. Now here we go with the Columbus Crew counterattack. Finally, Will Trapp, who's a nice young and up-and-coming American player, an American National League prospect. And then Ethan Finley didn't have a first good season, but has now progressed nicely and has, I believe, been an integral part in this season for the Columbus Crew. Now here we go with Fabian Spindola. Fabian Spindola passes to Luis Silva to Eddie Johnson. Johnson shoots, and again it's far wide for the second time this game. I could see the frustration on his face. It's similar to mine, and I believe this is where the first half will end with a 0-0 scoreboard. I've had a couple shots on goal, but nothing on target at the moment, and unfortunately this is how it's going to end, 0-0 for the first half. And look, at least the Whitecaps are tied as well, which is always a good thing for me. Okay, here we go, and I'm going to change Halsey because he looks a little tired. I'm going to give Kitchen some playing time, and hopefully this will change his mentality and actually will want to sign the contract. I'm also going to change Chris Pontius for Chris Rolfe. So a Chris in and a Chris out, and here is the beginning of the second season of this game. Now I have a nice pass to Luis Silva. Luis Silva is going for goal, and he shoots, and a nice save by the goalkeeper, Clark, from Columbus Crew. Perry Kitchen's has the ball. He passes it nicely to De Leon. De Leon shoots, and again, a weak shot. I really have to figure out how powerful the shot has to be to beat the goalkeeper at this point. Otherwise, it's going to keep going with a 0-0 scoreboard. And here we go with Eddie Johnson. Nice pass and shoots, and Eddie Johnson gets the rebound and goal. That is the first goal of the season for Eddie Johnson, and I have a 1-0 lead, which I plan to take advantage of and to keep. So now I'm going to go all defensive. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not going to go all defensive. I will try to defend first, though, but I will want to get that second goal. Eddie Johnson shoots, and again, a nice save by the goalkeeper, Clark. Fabio Spindola passes it back to Chris Rolfe. Chris Rolfe is going to center. And will Eddie Johnson get... No, Eddie Johnson wasn't able to connect with that. But I got the ball again with Perry Kitchen. Perry Kitchen passes it to Silva. Silva passes it to Spindola. Spindola shoots, and Eddie Johnson, and he didn't... How did he miss that opportunity? I don't know. Nick DeLeon to Luis Silva. Luis Silva passes it to Spindola. Fabio Spindola, this is easy. This should be simple. One-on-one passes it, and he should have just went with it. He should have just shot by himself. Hence why the best strikers tend to be a little selfish. They want the glory. I guess Fabio Spindola did not want the glory. Let me go with Chris Wall. Passes it to left back Taylor Kemp. Taylor Kemp passes it nicely to Spindola, but unfortunately Clark gets it before him. And that's how the game ends, with a 1-0 victory for me. And this is the first one of the season, and it's off to a great start. I got a shutout and a win. Can't ask for more than that. Well, actually, you can't ask. And look, it's the Men in Blazers. I love that show. And their podcast is pretty great too, actually. I've quite enjoyed it, especially the Rebecca Lowe part at the beginning. And here we go with FC Dallas tying Montreal Impact and Houston Dynamo tying as well with the New England Revolution. This sits well for me, because if these teams keep tying, I can get it in top of the board fairly quickly. And now my next match will be against the Toronto FC, who have actually had a nice boost recently. They have the Italian player Giovinco, who I believe we just saw, and then also Josie Altidore. So this actually can be a big challenge. So hopefully I'll rise up to the occasion. And here we go, DC United against Toronto FC for the second match. So hopefully this will be a second win for me as well. Hey, look, it's Tyler and Alan Smith. Too bad you can't hear him. And there he is, the General, Michael Bradley. Look at that offense with Giovinco and Altidore up top. That's going to be very dangerous. I'm going to have to find a way to shut them down. And as for me, I'm going to use the same starting 11 that got me the victory. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And here is to the beginning of the first half. Here we go with Michael Bradley. Michael Bradley sends in a nice through ball to Giovinco. Giovinco scores. That did not take long at all. Oh my god. I'm really excited to see Giovinco play, actually. I know there was a whole, debacle with Jermaine Defoe, and honestly that thing dragged on way too long. We all knew he was going to leave. And, I guess, to save face and to not let the organization that is Toronto FC look bad, they kept saying that no, he's going to stay. But everyone knew he had one foot out the door, probably through the mid-season break or something. And here you go again, Michael Bradley centers the ball, and Giovinco scores again. 10 minutes in, and I'm already 2 goals down. This is not a great situation to be in. But when you have a classy player like Giovinco, who is very lethal if you give him a small opportunity, then this is going to happen to you. And hopefully this is not how it's going to look like for Toronto FC in this season. Or I guess I should say for Toronto fans, you should hope that this is how it ends. or at least how it's going to be, because I feel for the Toronto fans. They've actually been very supportive of their team, and unfortunately, the team itself cannot field a team worthy of their loyalty, I should say, and devotion. They were so close last season, and somehow I actually called it. I didn't think they were going to make the playoffs, but I thought I was going to be wrong, and apparently I was right. They barely didn't make it, but hopefully this season is it, especially with the new acquisitions they had. Here's a corner kick for Toronto FC, and that was a dud. Luckily, I managed to get it, and now set up my counter attack. Here goes Fabio Spinella. Fabio Spinella passes it to Solo. Solo to Johnson. Johnson to De Leon. Oh, shoots, and it's straight to the goalkeeper, Bond. Here you go with Solo. Solo passes it to Spinella. Spinella's not going to get to it. Oh, close, but no cigar. Bond elects a short pass, and oh, I got it back. 5 minutes Spinella passes it. Come on, pass it, Eddie Johnson. Johnson, shoot! What a waste of an opportunity. That was priceless. It should have gone in. And here we go again with De Leon. De Leon passes it to Spindola. No. Chris Pontius going for the ball. Unfortunately, Bond read it well. Bond now elects to play it short. And here we go with my free throw. Or not free throw. Throw in. Oh, wrong sport there, guys. I apologize. Spindola, and now Eddie Johnson again with the opportunistic goal. I'll take it at the moment. 2-1, so the deficit has been cut down to 1 goal at the end. I believe this is going to be the end of the first half. So that's 2 goals for Eddie Johnson. He's already my top goal scorer. Oh, look at the graphics there. You can see his neck tattoo. That's actually pretty amazing. And yes, that is the end of the first half. 2-1. This has been a more interesting half than the previous game, so at least that's got that going for it. But still, I'm off by 1 goal, and this has to change. I want to get that win. So we'll see if I can make a couple changes here that'll help my team propel to that victory. So I'm switching again Chris for Chris, and I believe I'm going to switch. Oh no, I guess I'm not. That's the only change I'm going to make. I'm going to put Chris Pontius out. Chris Pontius out for Chris Rolfing. So here we go, big time burn bomb. Here's Halsey. Halsey with Silva. Silva passes it to Spindola. Spindola, come on, Spindola, you can do it. Spindola, shoot! Goal. And that's the tie right there. 2-2. Fabian Spindola with his first goal of the MLS season. And what a crucial one this will be. At least to this game. I thought they were going to call a penalty on that one because that was a shirt tug if there ever was one. Now here we go off TFC going again. Giovinco has the ball. Now Michael Bradley has it. Michael Bradley passes it to Josie Alto. Josie Alto shoots. And there's a slight deflection, I believe, by one of my defenders. So it should be a corner kick. Now this is impossible. Gilberto can't be in there. And for those of you guys who know, it's because Gilberto's a DP. And according to MLS rules, there can only be 3 DPs per team. And currently there'd be 4 if Gilberto was actually on the field. But hey, it's just a video game, so there's not, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But I do wonder if Gilberto will actually stay with the team past his loan, because I believe he's on loan at the moment because of the situation. I don't think he's coming back, to be honest, but we'll see. The only way he could stay is if someone leaves or someone restructures their contract so they are no longer a DP, but I don't see that happening. The most likely option is that Gilberto would probably end his contract. And what a nice shot by Fabian Spindola, who again is wide. There's 6 minutes in the game left, so hopefully I can get one more goal in and squeeze that victory and continue this winning streak. The winning streak of one game. Jackson. Jackson to Moore. I don't know what Moore's doing. Oh, okay. Moore centers the ball, and that was a bad header by Gilberto. Oh, the general. Michael Bradley. I wonder how Michael Bradley would actually look like with hair now. It's been so long since I've seen him with hair. What a nice save by Bill Hamid there just to punt the ball out. Not punt the ball out, but punch the ball out. And here we go again. TFC still has the ball, and the game's about to end in a few seconds. Murrow still has it. He's not letting it go, but nice work there by Halsey. Passes it to Silva to Johnson. Johnson to Spindler. Could this be it? Could this be the win? For the win, Fabian. No. What a nice recovery save by the TFC defender there. And that's how this game ends. A 2-2 draw, which, in my perspective, it's like a win because I was down 2-0, so I'll take this tie. Look there, Columbus Crew 0-0 with Philadelphia, Montreal 0-0 with... I didn't get to see that there. And now for the last game here with the Chicago Fire. Oh, press conference. Now I know this doesn't actually have an effect on the the outcome of the game, but I'd like to do it for fun, just for shits and giggles, I guess. And here we go with against the Chicago Fire. And here we go with DC United, and I'm taking my B team because my A team needs a rest. And here we are at the Odromo Stadium, which technically is not the DC United Stadium, but since RFK is not on FIFA, this is the best I could probably use, at least to resemble the stadium. Although now DC United has a new stadium that's supposed to open in 2017, so I'm very excited for that. I'm hoping to get tickets to the opening game, but I'm pretty sure those tickets will be sold out really quickly. And here's the DC United starting lineup with Dykstra, Johnson, Boswell still there because he's the captain. Got a Parai Core, Chris Rolfe is starting now, Arnaud, Arieta, Estrada, Kitchen, and Porter. And now for the Chicago Fire team. Sean Johnson is an up-and-coming goalkeeper, potential national team caliber. What I'm most focused on is Nyarko with his pace and speed. I'm surprised they're not using Ameriqua, actually. I wonder if he's injured. And here we go. Deviarno has the ball. Deviarno passes it to Arieta. Arieta passes it to Perry Kitchen. Perry Kitchen is going to take the shot. Shoot, Perry! And it's, again, straight at the goalkeeper. I forgot Michael Stevens is back for Chicago Fire. That's cool. Maloney passes it to Estrada. Arieta. Arieta for Rolfe. Rolfe's going to pass. He passes it to Arnaud. Arnaud passes it to Estrada. Estrada shoots and just wide. And here we go with Sean Johnson putting the ball back into the game with a short pass here to Jones. Jones has nice ball handling, but Estrada gets it. Estrada centers the ball. Arieta headers, and it hits the post. So close. Nice, Arieta. Come on, Arieta. Shoot. Goal. A nice goal by the Costa Rican international. And the crowd goes wild. Nice, simple, and effective. And it's the first goal for Jairo Arieta. Now Chicago Fire seems to be on fire. With Michael Stevens. Michael Stevens still has the ball. What is he going to do with it? He's going to pass it to Akam. And Akam's going to shoot. Nice save by Dykstra. Come on, Dykstra. Nice save again by Dykstra. And that's how the first half ends, a 1-0 lead for DC United, which is good for me. Now I'm going to pack it in for the second half, and hopefully I won't concede. Time to make some changes. Arnaud's going to be benched. Or not. He's going to be switching. Michael Farfan's coming for Perry Kitchen. And Jerry Jeffrey's actually going to come in for Arnaud, so technically he did get switched. Let's see here. I'm going to put Doyle here for Estrada. Look at that rain. Well, not rain, the water. Here you go with Chris Doyle. Connor Doyle. Connor Doyle passes it to Rolf. Come on, Rolf. Shoot. And again, it's too soft. Oh, nice play by Ibon Manike there. Ibon Manike. He can pass it to Maloney. Maloney shoots, and it's a goal. A goal by Maloney, who I believe is the Chicago Fire's new DP, coming from Ireland. I'd have to double check that, but I think that's true. But what a nice goal, actually. Dexter wanted to get big, except, oh, he did manage to touch it a little. Slight deflection. Oh, that's embarrassing. But a good goal nonetheless. Sean Maloney. Oh, here we go with with Connor Doyle. Arrieta passes it to Doyle. Doyle's going to shoot, and again, it's wide. They should actually move the goal. Or make it bigger so I can score. Palmer for Chris Doyle. Doyle for Arrieta. Arrieta's going to shoot, and straight at the goalkeeper. Again, a counter-attack, and no, and it's the 90th minute, and that's how the game ends, with a 1-1 tie. So far my record is 1-0-1. 1 win, 0 losses, and 1 tie. So that's it for this episode, guys, and let me correct myself, it's 1 win and 2 draws. Anyways, tune in next week for the next episode. Until then, see you guys later.